Hello and welcome to She Said What, an online lesbian talk show. It's after the Golden Globes now, and I have to admit, I didn't watch it, which is terrible because this is the precursor to the Oscars. So I'm wondering about my girl Jennifer Hudson.
First winner of the night, actually. She was great.
And she looked amazing.
Notes on a Scandal.
Saw that last night.
Everyone's really,
saw it on Friday.
Everyone's really excited about Judi Dench's performance, but is it homophobic? Just a little bit, like I'm not sure.
You
how
know,
to
if
feel
we
about
lived in a better world where there were like people, you know, there were like 100 lesbian flicks on the screen, you know, every week, then I don't think it would be homophobic. But what was problematic about it was, you know, it was this older woman and her desire to be with a woman just was perverse because.
Yeah, and that's the storyline, right? Is she's the older teacher, she sort of
becomes
takes
kind of obsessed with
Kate
this younger
Blanchett
woman
under her wing,
It's a
becomes
little single
obsessed
white
with
female
her.
but lesbian.
And America Ferrara won last night, and what was so great about it is she was obviously touched, and in her acceptance speech, they kept panning to all these women in the audience who all had tears to a T. Every single one of them had tears in their eyes, and I think it's so great to see women supporting other women.
Were there
She
any
put it that way.
lesbians that were nominated or won? Or
Yes, there was
Sarah
Paulson.
She was the only out lesbian actress who was nominated, but she didn't win. She was nominated for Studio 60.
So now we're going to introduce you to another celebrity who just came out on the Tyra Banks show. You know her from The Fifth Element, Eve Salvale. Eve, thanks so much for being on the show with us. You just came out to Tyra Banks on her show, but you were never really in the closet.
I was never in a closet, but I never mentioned it to anyone. I never said it to the press.
Why did you decide to come out on Tyra? Like what?
Because she asked
She
me.
asked you to?
I mean, I've known her for years. We did so many shows together and whatnot.
And did
I
she
met
hear
her,
that
she
you
was
were
like
gay?
17 or something.
So what has the kind of response been like, you know, around your family? Because now it's a different thing to be out in the media as opposed to be out in your friends. Do people say, oh my God, like I've always wanted to date you, but I wasn't sure?
Finally!
Yeah, now that's what you would say.
something?
Yeah.
No,
She wants me.
Models.
No, I didn't get no flirties after that, but my family was okay with it. They've always been okay with it. I've been out with them for a long time. I've been asked to do interviews after the Tyra Banks show, to do interviews on coming out in Canada, and I'm just scared.
Why?
I'm just scared.
Oh,
Because I don't want Grandpa and Grandma to think I'm I don't know.
Or you probably want to tell them first before you do it in the media.
Right.
Because they're your grandparents.
Or you're just hoping they'll just never find out?
Just hoping that it goes.
They'll take it surprisingly well. I told my grandparents about 20 minutes before it came out in a New York Times article. Literally 20 minutes before, and they were totally fine with it.
There's this prevalent fantasy about models that after they get off the runway, they really just go home and make out with each other. So I think what people at home want to know
You're like,
is,
Stop right there. Would you care to elaborate on that?
well, you know, want to know if bisexuality is really as rampant as it appears to be in the media, in the fashion world.
Yeah, I think so.
You were on Tyra's America's Next Top Model show once,
Also,
right?
yes.
So what do you think of that show?
Love that show.
Do you think it's at all realistic? I mean, obviously, most models don't go through that experience, but do you think the advice they're giving and the training is at all realistic?
I think so, yeah. Some of the stuff I disagree with. One time they had like the girls in Thailand like learning how to dance the Thai dance. I don't think they can. I don't think it's very useful to know
how to
that.
do Thai dancing.
Right.
I've
To be a
never
successful
was
model.
asked to do Thai dancing.
Yes.
My belly dancing career took
Yeah,
off.
most of it is pretty accurate actually to, you know, because you need to know all these things, how to speak correctly with no accent, how to dance, how to appear on stage and not be shy and totally take on the stage and all these things.
So there's some weird backstage muttering that you guys were on the same Tyra Banks show together?
We were on her coming out show. I was apparently the lesbian expert.
You
I was
wrote-
on because of Same Sex in the City.
Got it.
The book that I wrote.
And it's same sex in the city and something, 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 right?
So your Prince Charming's really a Cinderella.
Right. It's not all about the ooh.
Yeah, that sentence.
Right.
Okay,
And
what
what
does
is
that
that
mean?
about?
I read the book, but I read it like 6 months ago. What's the ooh?
I think that was more, it was the sexual part of the whole chapter about
Of course, you
having,
two would zero in on that.
it's all about the ooh. Yeah, about not stressing having an orgasm with somebody the first time you have sex with them.
Okay, is the book about like is it a guide for
It
lesbians?
is a guide for like young
I saw the book
femme
earlier on.
lesbians.
There are no women of color on the cover.
It was
Right.
2 women.
They're 2 women.
Can we get a shot of the book so
Look at
people
it.
know what it looks
Look
like?
at it.
I don't specify like racially anything. It's more of like an overview of dating in general. They're just women. It's more about like gender.
Every lesbian I
Chapter
know.
number 2, braiding each other's blonde hair.
Running in the hills like Dutch milkmaids.
Running in the meadows. No,
I myself have never dated a woman who was not, how do you say that, white? Wait, who was white? I've never
You've never dated a white woman?
No, never had blonde hair on my pillow, no.
Oh.
Well, then.
Okie dokie.
So I don't know. I mean, women talk about interracial dating. I've only dated I'm half Asian, half black. I've dated a half Asian, half black woman, and I've dated half white, half black.
Are you just not attracted to white blonde women?
I find them.
As you're looking at me, I'm like,
I know, right?
You guys are just on a different.
What do you mean, honey?
Have you have a lot of people sort of come up to you with their personal questions? People just scream
That's
out
a really good
requests
question.
to you.
Yes, I probably get around like 100 messages a week from women just everywhere, like South Africa, Ohio, Texas, wherever it is, asking me like, I'm 18 and I don't look gay and I'm from a really small town. How do I know if somebody else is gay? What do I do? There's no gay bars, and like asking like that kind of advice, or what's your next project? What are you gonna like? I appreciate your book so much. It was something to relate to. A lot of women tell me that my book helped them come out. Like it was what got them there, which is like probably the most rewarding thing about the whole process. But I've gotten such amazing response.
And what do you tell them? How do you know if someone else
Is gay.
is gay? What's your best pickup move?
I'm so shy. They usually come to me.
Really?
They have
Okay,
to
what's
do
the best
all
line
work.
someone's used on you?
The best was someone grabbed me and kissed me.
Really?
And
that
you
was
responded
hot.
well to that?
Well, that was hot. I mean,
You liked her though, right?
Were you at the grocery
am I
store,
blushing?
at a bar?
Yes.
You are blushing.
She's not white anymore. Now's your chance. So that's all we have time for today. Check us next week where we're going to follow the Stacey M. Chin to see if she still has problems dating white women. And in the meantime, you can check out Eve Salvail on her website, evesalvail.com.